The Anglican Church of Kenya, Reverend Jackson Ole Sapit, now says there is urgent need to resolve this standoff between health workers and the government. Sapit has also called for equal distribution of personal protective equipment to healthcare workers and, by extension, health-based facilities. Sapit has also urged police to stop applying excessive force while enforcing the curfew.
We need to encourage people to visit health facilities, get the services that they need. Decrease in utilization of health services at faith-based facilities is threatening their sustainability. They will not be able to raise enough income to pay the health workers. We therefore ask the government to plan to provide some funding and enabling for these faith-based facilities to maintain their health workers and the services they are providing as they continue to complement the work of the national government and that of the county governments. We urge national government to intervene in matters to do with support of our health units. It is disheartening to see the high taxation being levied to personal protection equipment, kits, PPEs that are being imported for COVID-19. The importation of surgical masks by Mission for essential drugs and supplies is being subjected to 25% customs duty and 14% VAT, making the essential protection mask very expensive. The government must waive all taxes on PPEs to make them more accessible. We continue to urge the health providers to resolve their remuneration concerns with the government at national and county levels without disrupting the COVID-19 national government strategy. Our collective role in addressing stigma of COVID-19. Stigma on those that have been exposed, quarantined, or treated from COVID-19 is worrying. Each other while supporting those who have to undergo quarantine or isolation and their families. As we have shared in our earlier pastoral letter, many of us are already stressed by having been forced to stay home for long. It is important that we check our language and exercise civility in our language in social media. Indeed, this is a lifestyle that many of us are not used to. We wish to remind us, and all of us, to refer to people with the disease as COVID-19 cases, victims, COVID-19 families, or the deceased. They are people who have COVID-19, people who are being treated of COVID-19, or people who are recovering from COVID-19. Because when we put it on the negative, then it accelerates the stigma. And after recovering from COVID-19, their families will go on with their jobs, families, and loved ones. It is important to separate a person from having unidentified and defined by COVID-19 in order to reduce stigma. Border surveillance. We do appreciate ongoing efforts by national and relevant county governments to protect our borders. We now repeat our call to government to enhance and tighten border surveillance with our neighboring countries in order to ensure that all those crossing into Kenya are free from the virus. We believe that our success in border control will be very much enhanced through collective effort by the relevant county governments. Our immigration border controls, we Kenyans must share in the duty of being watchdogs to our own territory. And in this, we want to thank His Excellency the President for yesterday closing the Namanga border in Tanzania and Somalia, for in the recent past, they have become red spots. Curfew and evictions. Whereas we appreciate the role of the security personnel in ensuring adherence to the curfew, it is saddening that some of our enforcement agencies continue to use excessive force, resulting in avoidable death. The police force should stop excess use of unwarranted force. We note that some Kenyans have been evicted in the recent past. We urge those concerned to be civil while carrying out such evictions, especially during this COVID-19 when many Kenyans are going through very challenging times. And I want to urge that those things can wait, let them wait, so that we don't add salt into injury, so that as we fight COVID-19 and the floods, we are exposing more families to to a state of homelessness and hopelessness. Safety nets. We commend the safety nets measures that have been developed and rolled out. However, the government cash transfer should be access to all in need.
Indeed. Now, that's all we had for you on this broadcast. Now, remember, News Just In is that strike notice that had been issued by about 17 cadres of health has been suspended. They have given the government 21 days to hold talks. Then if nothing comes up, they will be back to give us, the way forward. So thanks for watching. As always, thanks for tuning in.